Hi, welcome to From the Pearl Forest. This is Peggy, and this is day 24 of our hashtag Play Your Hand, where we make 5 journal cards. And today we're using music pages. So this one I've already glued on some music page and a back. We have a nice big card. This one, I have our blackberry paper, and it still needs its music and whatever on that side. This one is also the blackberry paper, and it will need things on there, but we have our writing surfaces for all of these. So let's see, what would we like to put on them? I have some music pages, and then I also have some words I thought would be nice, some scriptures. So let me just get out some music. And this, like this one, is practicing the music scales. So they don't have words, which will not compete with our words. Okay, so we have to decide how we want these on, whether we want additional paper to go with them. Let's decide on our words, which card they'll go on. I have Isaiah 55:12. You will go out in joy and be led forth in peace. The mountains and hills will burst into song before you, and all the trees of the field will clap their hands. I'd love to do that one in a big art thing sometime. I think that would be awesome to do. I'll show you how I figured out how big I could make these. I'm just giving them a little tear so they have a little bit of a rough edge. And by knowing how big this will be, we'll know how big our music paper can be. So what I did is I took one of these cards and laid it on here and drew an ink line kind of showing how big it was, and also over here, so that I knew if I captured everything within that we would be able to fit it on whatever card. And then I wasn't sure about the big ones. I'm thinking of putting that one on here. Well, actually maybe this one there. And we'll make the hills or the mountains out of the music, so it can be bursting forth in peace, and the hills would be burst into song. Okay, so we have this one. It's a little wide. Let's make it just a tad narrower, although we can trim if it's over the edge. Okay, I hope everyone's having a great day today. I've been filming these a bit ahead, so this is not actually the 24th of August. It helps me to, if I run into problems, I have time to get back there and fix them. Speaking of fixing them, the one that got lost into outer space, which I think was day 15, has now been recovered and is uploading as we speak. Well, as I'm filming. So you should be able to find that one now as well. I apologize for that delay of being out of order. I think maybe the computer might have rebooted while I was filming or something. It got partway through and got stuck, and I could not access it until YouTube, or I guess it'd be YouTube, said this just isn't finishing and we're canceling it or something. Anyway, it freed it up, so I was able to get in there and put it back up myself. Okay, so we have one for each one, and this one already has some music. We'll decide what else we can do to go with it. This one says, "Come, let us sing for joy to the Lord, and let us shout aloud to the rock of our salvation. Let us come before him with thanksgiving and extol him with music and song." Psalms 95, verses 1 to 2. I thought these verses about singing and songs and clapping hands, musical kind of things, would be really nice with our music. So there's that one. I think we need a little more maybe color to go around there. This one obviously needs something because it's not backed yet. This is the glue stick I often use, the Scotch permanent glue stick. That's this one, and this is the packaging from it, which you can recycle into a journal card. Okay, so that one will have some hills. This one is "Sing to him, sing praise to him, tell of all his wonderful acts." And this is Psalm 105:2. And I don't want to just put music over the whole thing. I'd like to make them each a little varied. So we'll see what we're going to do. "Oh, clap your hands, all you people. Shout unto God with the voice of triumph." Psalm 47:1. Okay, this is distressing with the vintage photo distress oxide. Just makes the edges stand out and makes them, oops, distinct. This one goes down here. And our fifth one is "I will sing of your love and justice. To you, Lord, I will sing praise." And that's Psalms 101:1. There's many more verses that you could find about singing and shouting for joy and clapping hands and making music and musical instruments. So if you go looking, you will find additional ones. Okay, let's set these to the side. And this is the one that I was going to make hills of the music. Oh, look at this, how it goes up these ones here. That would be fun to make hills with that. I can make our lower hill go up and down a little bit too. And let's see, we only need a small part, and I think I'd like the middle. Maybe we'll tear this off to use for something else. So let's have our heels. Kind of go up like that. What would we like behind it? Maybe put this up high enough that the words don't cover the music hill. so it'll be a little higher. And what about some blue sky? Let's just glue this on. How far down do we need to go? About down to here. And this does have a little punch out at the top, which we could punch in that area and add a ribbon if we'd like. Oops. Get this on nice and good. And down where our glue is, a little lower. Now where that hole is, it kind of came through a little bit. No, it didn't, because we have the paper covering it. Okay. I think we'll cover the bottom also before we put the hill on. Maybe like a grassy color. I have this one that I think was painting with watercolors or something. I'm not sure. Maybe this part down below here would be good. Well, I guess the hills are going to be in between, so this will work. Some hills here. Okay, so we'll cover the bottom. We could put some more music down at the very bottom as well. So, let's see. Make sure we get it to stick really good. All right, now we have a base to put our other things on. So let's make sure we have room for this. Why don't we just go ahead and put this on? Well, actually we just won't stick the bottom. I mean the top. I won't press that down yet because I think that it would look nice if it went slightly over this. Like that. So they overlap a little bit. Maybe we can have a bird or something up in the air. Okay, so there we have our scripture and our hills bursting into song. And I'll set that one aside for a minute. This one maybe would look pretty with these different colors around it to kind of highlight it a little bit on the music. So to do that, I like to just put this on where I'd like it to go. Getting some of the warmer colors. And then tear around it. If we can get this around and get rid of this big part, it'll be easier. This is newsprint, so it tears very easily. Also wants to tear kind of straight here, so I have to kind of help it tear a little more randomly. And then let's highlight this edge. Which doesn't show quite as much as on the white or creamy color, but it does show a little bit. And make the edge stand out. I think this kind of color, I was going to say goes with the blackberry, but it isn't blackberry on this one. This is coffee dyed paper. Okay. I think I'll put this one up a little bit and maybe we can find some flowers or something that can be down below. No, I like it out in the middle more. Okay. So here we've used it for our hills. Here we've used it for the background. We'll see what else we'd like to do. Okay, so these just have their verses like that. Okay, so we need music. What if we left a little bit of the red showing on this one? And we put some stripes of music across. Tear down here. Reuse this white part for stamping or something. Sometimes I use them for dyeing as well. Okay, let's see. That should be long enough. We'll take this off here though. So if we put some music across like that, I think we just need two because this is going to cover a lot of the, like actually we're kind of losing the music. Maybe we need to put it up higher. Maybe we need to make this slightly shorter. Take off that edge and re-distress it. We could also make these a little tighter to adjust the music. That will let some more of the card show. If we didn't care about that, we could just leave this white part on. Okay. What's on the back of this one? That's the blackberry one. Do the edges of these. I think it needs a focal image of some kind. We'll have to see if we can find something small enough that there'll still be room to put it on. more on this edge there. It's a little darker though, so we'll even that out. Okay. What if we put this one at the top? Off center with our peak, and this one at the bottom. I'm just getting a peeking of this red here. Oops. And we're mostly just losing that. Okay, and then we'll center this, trying to get the words kind of straight, but we have it touching, interestingly, at those 2 points, so there is some connection. There we go. So that's with a couple stripes of music paper. I'm trying to save these little tiny things and put them on some clusters I'm making. Okay, this corner needs a little extra glue. So now we have that one. So we've had a background, a hill, and some stripes. How about some diagonal across, and maybe take this chromatic scale tear it down. Tear this end off. All right, so we could start over here and go across at an angle, leaving, let's think about this, because we have to have somewhere to put the words. So what if we have it up higher? Just a little peeking of red. Let's do that. So go down here. We'll come back and get a little glue if we need it. So if this was down here, we want this. To come down at an angle. Oops, we wanted it to cover the 3 more. At least I did. Not sure what you guys wanted, because I can't hear you. You need to shout louder. I always think it'd be fun to actually interact with people while making a project, so people can give their insights and opinions. Okay, so we left a little touch of red, and we have our music going across at an angle. And we'll find something maybe with a little red in it to go with that one. And now for this one, what if it covers most of it, but let's go around the edge. How would that be? You could put some of this side kind of do a bit of a collage border. We'll get some pieces here from this side, and then we'll get some pieces from this side. We'll see what we need before we tear that one down smaller. So put this on this edge. Oops. And then we'll maybe alternate between these different ones. That one there. It'd be really good if I had distressed this so we can see between them. Can we still do this one? Okay. That separates the pieces and lets us know that we're moving from one piece to another. Although a lot of that will be covered up probably. Okay. Do this edge. We'll put it across the top. And let's see, put some of this down this edge, maybe just a short piece. So, collaging the edge. This one on. Okay. Now this one fits nicely there. So let's just go across there, and then we'll find a little piece for that extra little spot. Okay, so this goes this way. Across here. And just need a little piece. What do I want to use? Could just turn this the other direction a little bit. Put this in here. There. Alrighty, and then let's put this one in between here. So this is very distressed, grungy look. I think that's straight, although I can't see the edges. We could leave it all like this rather than straight. I think for grungy it's also actually kind of nice. I can always go back and trim it up even if we decide that we want that. I don't know, that might not be for everybody, but that's what we're going with. Okay, let's go around the edges and then look to see what we have to add decorations to them. Sometimes you just have to experiment and see whether you like them or not. These are rounded. Well, actually, they're not so rounded, really. Round these corners. While we're at it, let's round this one. This is our We Are Memory Keepers corner rounder. It has 3 sizes, small, medium, and large. I'm using the medium. There are other brands that work as well. This is one I found. Actually, I think I got it like at Michael's or something. But I've seen corner rounders at the thrift store. Just not when I was looking for one. Patience, you often can find many things at a thrift store. And it does come in handy if you're making lots of journal cards or tags or something to get nice uniform corners. And the small one on that fits the plain cards. So if you put things across them and you need to trim them back down to the size that you would like them to be, it's just the right size for that. Okay, little things. Let's see. We do have this little basket. Seems to have a lot of alphabet letters. Has some bugs. Down on the bottom here, it might be cute to have little ants crawling across there. We have ladybugs and butterflies and things. I am looking for something red, but I was looking probably for some flowers that are fussy cut. Here's a heart and a circle from the playing cards, and that could be added. We also have our red circle. Some more little origami pictures from our package. One's too big. That might be pretty on there. Let's see. Don't think we need a bicycle or a watermelon. Here's a white flower, Noah's Ark. Here's an iridescent heart. That might be nice. We have some bling. Okay, I think that's all in here. Oops, sorry, just scared the dog. All right, let's look in this one. We have some postage stamps, which we might find something. This is one I'm fussy cutting at the moment. I'm sorry if you can't see. I know it's fun to see it rummaged in. We do have a blue bird, which kind of goes with the mountains. Nice if we had a bird that was flying. Well, here, let me pull out the ones that are cut, because they need to go in my envelope anyway. I have an owl. It's not cut yet. I have this bird, some flowers. I just carry this shoebox around different places in the car or around the house. I have some time or space to fussy cut. Little birds I'm still working on. We have a lot of these butterflies if we need some. Let's see, that one's ready. These are all way too big. Okay, look in this package. It should be the done ones. Although we could cut something out if we needed to. There's some butterflies, but they probably are too big. Okay, let's look in. Let's look in here. This should be the ones that are cut out. It's a happy Thanksgiving. A cat, some flowers. Actually, more things to cut out are in here too. Cats. This is my traveling collection, so I have a variety of things in various stages for trimming. Okay, I didn't see as many in here already cut out. I do have this. And I think that's what we got. So let's stick these in here. They need to go to their storage space. Nope, that's scraps. Okay, so let's see what we have. This bird is cute on here, but I'm not sure that we can get him on. It cuts off his beak, and I don't want to do that. So probably not. I still kind of like the idea of just putting the ants on the ground, kind of giving a ground perspective. Give me a little ant, get some glue. You can always then add this to an insect book if you wanted to. Just line my finger up here and press him down. Ants like to march in a line. Rather than trying to get a hold of him, if I just put him along there. Odd number is nice, so I'll put one more on. And we'll just have him coming around the corner there. Okay. Could just put a little dragonfly up there. I think a bird flying would be nicer, but yeah, let's put the dragonfly. No. So these are way too big. We could do a butterfly. We could do a dragonfly down lower. Oops. I think it's a little close there. Maybe put 2, even though that's an odd number, we'll put something up above. So we'll have lots of insects. What would look good up here? Well, if these are too small, maybe we'll add another word later. Kind of like the yellow because it picks up the yellow, kind of yellowish green down below. And even though it's up above the hills, it could, you know, perspective-wise, it could be closer to us. So it's still possible that it could be up there. Do I want it to this side or that side? Putting a word on. Kind of like the word over there. Not sure what word I'm putting on, but we'll see. Okay, so we've added some decoration to that one. What else do we have? Well, we were gonna maybe put this just needs to go somewhere else. This iridescent heart. Maybe put some hearts on here. Representing the love. I'd like something down here in this corner. Maybe I wanted something that was sort of red, but don't really have anything that's red. So we'll just go with the pink, which sometimes is close enough family-wise. Actually, maybe I'll do this black and white butterfly. This is just scrapbook paper that had some things you could cut out on one side and a whole bunch of butterflies on the other side. And I've been little by little fussy cutting these butterflies out because I really like them and they work nice in a lot of places. This butterfly here to me looks a lot like the music. So it just kind of ties the music in down here. Okay. This one, I don't know if we have room to put much of anything in here. We don't want any more insects or the hearts. This has some flowers and it has an acorn. But these flowers are all way too big. It has some fall leaves, but they're too big. So I don't think that any of this will work. I do have some more up here. Let's see what I might have. Those are big. This is a big bag of stickers. This one also needs something small, but the black and white butterfly might be nice on that. Okay, so what would be good? To sing to him, sing praise to him, tell of all his wonderful acts. maybe just some little musical notes. I do have more of those in here somewhere. We have some big notes. Also have ladybugs. See if we're finding anything that would work on the other one at the same time. Come on, music notes. Gotta have some more in here that somebody hasn't used so many of them. Or something pink. We could have 2 of those. We have a bumblebee. Gold stars, lots of insects and grass. Toys and bicycles. Here's some music notes. So let's try, I'll say that, only 2 little tiny red ones. We could put one big black one in the same shape. Over here where we have a little bit more room. And then put these little tiny ones. Like maybe one here. And oops, one here, maybe up there. So that adds a little more red plus the black to tie that in. There's not a lot of room. Do we want the black and white butterfly? Let's try it out and see, or whether we want some black, also some black music notes, or both. We'll see. This is a very neutral. Remember, we wanted it to be sort of grungy, like for maybe a grungy journal. Looks nice. I think these might be too intense. I think maybe just the butterfly would be good. And maybe we'll even distress it some further. Yeah, change its color a little bit. Get a good coat of glue on there to make sure that's gonna stick. There we go, simple. That's our collage around the edge one. Okay, now we have this one. Do we want to put 2 sets of flowers on there? Do we want some musical notes? It's sort of pastel. Don't think we want the bees. We could do butterflies, but this is not really the colors I'm looking for. Could maybe do that one. We have the stamps. We have these flowers. We also have fall leaves, which might be pretty. Kind of looks like the leaves changing. Just put those in the corners. I think that's nice. Let's do that. So I'm not doing the postage stamps this time. For the butterflies, there'll be many more opportunities. This we have to handle carefully. stem. It's fun to let these look like they're falling down, cascading in different directions. And these are open and airy enough that they look nice over the music. A variety of nice fall colors. Got some fall journals in our future, probably. We'll even let this one go over the edge of our color frame. Oops. Straighten you back out. And put that one up there. Not sure that was the angle exactly that I wanted, but it's what we got. So let's see what we made for this one. Got our distress ink covered up. And this is day 24 of our hashtag Play Your Hand challenge. And we're using miscellaneous cards and music pages. So here's this one with the music on the back and some watercolored paper and some fussy cut leaves. This one has some iridescent stickers. Some of the card is showing and we have a butterfly and the music going across in some angle. We have this one with our mountains made out of music, our little insects flying around. And I think a word here might be nice. Some kind of words that have to do with clapping the hands in the hills. We have this one where we put 2 stripes of music, showed some of the card, and just put 3 music note stickers. And we have this grungy one with edges that are sticking off in every direction and our little grungy butterfly. So our hand of cards today is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And our day is 24. And here's our hand of cards. Thank you for joining me on this challenge. It's been very interesting finding my way through here. There's so many different ways to make journal cards, and I've been enjoying making a collection that I can be using in some upcoming journals. Thank you. This is Peggy from the Pearl Forest. Come back tomorrow for day 25.